Now we turn to the war with Iran, where the Trump administration insists it is engaged in negotiations to end it. But Iranian officials don't appear to be as optimistic. The potential for peace all comes as U.S. officials say the military has now entered a new phase, shifting to a more defensive posture and ending one of its missions in the Strait of Hormuz. Christian Cordero has our coverage in Washington.
Today, as the war with Iran drags on, the Trump administration with a new push for a peace deal. The president today renewed his threat that bombing would start again if Iran doesn't, quote, agree to give what has been agreed to.
And we have to get what we have to get. If we don't do that, we'll have to go a big step further. But with that being said, they want to make a deal.
The administration hasn't said what's in its latest proposal, but President Trump is reiterating his demand, insisting Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. But a spokesperson for Iran's foreign ministry told its state TV the issue of nuclear weapons is not currently under discussion. It has not issued an official response to the U.S. proposal. Iran's top negotiator is accusing the U.S. of trying to force Iran to surrender, adding messages are being exchanged through the Pakistani mediators, but they have not issued a response yet to the U.S. proposal.
Both sides have a really, I think, big incentive to have it work. The question is, can they concede on certain main points? Because part of negotiations is concessions.
The Strait of Hormuz, meanwhile, remains effectively closed. Iran says it will start allowing some traffic to move through with conditions, but roughly 1,500 ships still remain stalled in the Persian Gulf. The U.S. has also asserted control in the strait through a naval blockade targeting Iran's economy. U.S. Central Command says American forces fired on and disabled an Iranian-flagged oil tanker near the Strait of Hormuz this morning, alleging the crew didn't comply with repeated warnings. The standoff in the Strait of Hormuz has led to a spike in energy prices worldwide. The average cost of a gallon of regular gas here in the U.S. is now over $4.50 a gallon, according to Gas Buddy. Christian Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
So let's look at gas prices locally. Prices for drivers in the Iowa Quad Cities has jumped 31 cents in just the last 2 days. Drivers were paying an average of $3.91 on Monday, but today it's $4.22 a gallon in the Iowa Quad Cities. Drivers in the Illinois Quad Cities are paying an average of $4.77 a gallon, which is 24 cents higher than the national average, according to AAA. And we should say a lot of you have wrote into us, sending in emails saying how your gas around you is a lot higher. We're seeing gas prices here in Moline on Avenue of the Cities pushing $5. Again, this is the average, according to AAA, of what our Illinois QCA is seeing.